There are many question marks surrounding the rest of the NBA season. I spoke with Knicks reporter and Sports Illustrated writer Jonathan Macri, who injected some positivity into the darkness. He also spoke about what it's like to work for such a historic and major franchise, including an experience with Hall of Fame broadcaster Mike Breen.
Surreal. It gets no less surreal every time. I'm sure at some point that'll wear off. I mean, I've done, how many games did I do? 8, 9 games. Yeah, I don't have another word for it. It's surreal. I did go up to Mike Breen. This is probably the coolest moment that I've had. We did our Thanksgiving drive this year to raise money for families that needed a Thanksgiving meal. And we got a donation from a person that said they were Mike Breen. And it was a $500 donation. So I was like, I think it's probably Mike Breen. And I was going up to him, and I literally just wanted to thank him for that. And he saw me, and he's like, "Oh, John." I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, "Hey, I don't want to bother you. I just want to thank you for this." And he cut me off, and he's like, "I just want to tell you, I love your work. You're doing such great stuff." Like, I read, and he told me about a piece he read that I wrote a few weeks before. Okay, so you're sitting there, you'd be like, "Oh my God, I can't imagine what that would feel like." That's how I felt. I'm still the 9 or 10-year-old boy that used to watch Patrick Ewing. That's still me. And so to hear that, and it's just like being there. It's just, there's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it. It's the Garden. What can you say? It's the Garden.
Even through this tough time, Jonathan believes in the league's leadership in Adam Silver.
You could not have a better guy in charge than Silver. And that includes, I think, probably Pete David Stern. Stern was special in a lot of ways, and the league probably doesn't elevate the way it does without Stern. But Silver, and again, I know I've had the privilege of meeting someone that is, if not his right-hand man, pretty close within the league. And you could just tell the way that he has talked about. Like, they're in good hands. They'll be fine.
Jonathan believes the league will find a way to make the playoffs happen.
They're going to crown a champion, like, unless it is logistically impossible. And that's the thing. I can't imagine a scenario where it is logistically impossible unless they really didn't have access to the tests before, like, I don't know, October? Can you condense the NBA playoffs into 6 weeks? Sure you could. I guarantee you they have a date circled, and nobody knows what this date is, but they have a date circled on their calendar that says, if we do not pick up the regular season by this date, we will have to cancel the rest of the regular season games. I'm sure that date is up there on their wall.
Find Jonathan's work at sportsillustrated.com, at JC Macri on Twitter, and at knicksfilmschool.com.